EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we've got a good... EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Las Vegas Raiders. Stadium. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And a short pickup to about the 25.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Pollard again. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. They'll run left with Pollard. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Denzel Perryman there to bring it down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On third down, it's Prescott. Into a sea of defenders have intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 33. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber. Opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. A tough running, but not a ton to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Fielded just inside the 30. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Here's Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a give here to Pollard. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Right at the 40. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Elliott. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run with Pollard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And he lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Raiders pick it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into it a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laying it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. To throw his Carr. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. They'll roll him out right. And finding Keelan Cole. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. To throw again on second down. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Carr going to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams. As the first half is winding down. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Final play of the half, Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a pretty play to come out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in the open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up the first down.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr trying to lay one up deep, and that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. They find some open field here. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Carr will look to throw. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there and worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 73 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Down inside the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. And he's going to go down again. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
And I think that's a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
4th down, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Now Pollard. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That thing blown up by the defensive effort of Chandler Jones.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Runs over it. And even 150 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. A first down throw for Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Prescott. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now the Cowboys are going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
To throw, Prescott. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Here's Dak. On the out route, it's Lane with a grab. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. Now Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Brett Maher has this one teed up, and we are underway here at AT&T Stadium. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And room there to work it inside the 25. Another run here with Sanders. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
This one out quickly to Watkins. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Hurts. And Sanders has got it complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Going to be a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Prescott now. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Throwing, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Here's Pollard again. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Now Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Prescott to throw on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Dallas Goedert, of course, he'll do well in this stadium. He's got a first down. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. He's got room at the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. And now a common sight, at least on this drive, a momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Hurts to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And this one complete to Smith. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. Touchdown! Devontae Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. Here's a screen with Gainwell. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So that, Charles, may be the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Finding Elliott for the catch on the out route. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Fourth down, Prescott. That's to his running back, complete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They go play action with Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On second and 10, Hurts. Smith catches left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Elliott good with a Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 13 yards remaining on second down. Prescott to throw it. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 47 yards.
A first down throw for Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they work this out past the 25. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Here we go.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And some room to work. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.